So yeah, thanks Madhu. Thanks for. So hello everyone. First of all, heartily welcome to all in this station, and I'm Kumar Vidyanivas on behalf of engineerHUB. And guys, we are back with another series of Weekend with Us, and this time we are having Sambhavi Gupta, a very young and talented India's youngest data scientist. She is with us in this station. And hey, hi Sambhavi.
Hey Kumar, how are you doing?
I'm good. How are you doing these days?
Doing good, doing good.
Okay, so Sambhavi is, as I told you guys, she's India's youngest data scientist, and she has been currently active in mostly data scientist activities. And basically, she's into the data science field. And you are in, she's in currently second year, right, Sambhavi? Yeah,
That's third
yeah,
actually.
yeah. So that's quite impressive. And so, Sambhavi, please tell us about you more yourself to the audience, please.
So yeah, hi everyone. I'm Shambhavi Gupta, and currently I'm working as an instructor at Udemy, where I have trained more than 60,000 students with my 15 plus courses spread all over 173 plus countries. I'm working as a subject matter expert at Upgrad, video content creator for Great Learning, Udemy, Geeks for Geeks, Korea, and Tutorials Point. And last but not the least, I'm the founder of YouTube channel, Family Data Science, and even I'm a Joe Stock speaker. So yeah, that's what all currently I'm doing in.
Okay, so that's quite impressive. And first of all, thank you for being with us here and with the session. Thank you for guiding lots of students who are watching this session. And hopefully, it will inspire a lot of people who are looking forward to learn or to get into the data science field. So, okay, let's move to the theme of this session. Like the students who are looking for, the track, the because in today's time, internet has got lot of options. There are a lot of overwhelming options available, and students are very confused, like where to choose from, where to start from. There are lots of options, lot of courses, lots of teachers, lots of mentors are available. So it's a very confusing type, like how to start into data science field, which you should follow. Like there are multiple paths for learning, but there is an efficient and approach path, and that can be told by only an expert who has covered that path and covered all the things very efficiently. So please tell us about yourself, like how you get into data science field, and before that, please explain us what is data science actually. Yeah.
Okay, so if I'm talking about like data science, what is it actually? So, okay, let me take a very quick example with the help of that I want to explain it. Let's say you are working in some of the e-commerce websites. Okay, we always used to buy some of the either thing
Yeah.
onto any of the e-commerce website. So let's say I bought a watch for me. Right now, the watch which I had bought in, so that people will ask me to give the reviews, to give the ratings and everything, right? So the ratings and the reviews which you give in, all of those ratings and reviews and your name, your location, your number, each and every single thing about you goes and it gets saved onto a database. Now from that, what a data scientist do? A data scientist try to extract that information and try to find in what is the area or what is the place where my most of the products are being sold out, or what is the dealer from which most of the products are being sold, and which is the dealer having the good rating, and all of these things are actually figured out. When figured out, after that we just setting up a criteria that okay, this is the dealer, this is the place, this is the ratings. Now we can just add in some offers at that particular dealer and the things like that. So this is how we help our business to improve, to grow, and to do up all of those respective things. So that is what data science is. It's all about collecting your data, analyzing your data, and doing the extraction for your data, and at last coming to a output that this is the decision which a company should make in for the benefit of the customers as well, and that's seen in the benefit of that particular company also. So that's what is actually data science.
Okay, that's great. That's great. And there's a lot of applications in data science. Like as far as I know, in the politics field, lots of data analyst part has been used for the ground-based covers or reports and whatever thing. Is there a video or something
Yeah,
issue with you?
Yeah,
Yeah,
just allow me a minute. Just allow me a minute.
yeah. Sorry for interruption, guys. So let's wait for a while.
Yeah, I just don't know like why some sort of blood is coming. Just let me join in once very quickly again.
Yeah, no issues. Take your time. Yeah, yeah. It's perfect here.
One second.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, so basically we were talking about the applications of data science. And so basically, how did you get into this field, data science?
Okay, after clearing up my 12th and all those things, I tried to figure in that what are the respective things. Like, see, there are two things. One is ki you are a person who can remember the things, who can mug up the things very easily. And one is a person who tries to think up logically or who can build logic. Right, so first of all, I try to figure it into myself that, okay, what kind of person I am? Am I an analytical person or am I a person who can learn up the things? So I came up to a final result that no, I'm a sort of person who is not into learning. I like to develop the things or building the logic and all those things I love to do. So at that time, I just tried to figure it out that okay, what are the different sort of like technologies which are booming in the
Oh,
market, which are having a good high scope as well, and those are somewhat good about also. So I at that time I got to know about the web development, about your data science, AI, ML, and deep learning. So like one day I tried to give up in all of these technologies and tried to figure it out that what is the respective topics which you have under this, what exactly you have to do, and the things. So there I completely figured it out that okay, data science is the one which is perfectly suiting me out because I always love to do and make up these graphs and charts that explain data analysis, even the mathematical stuff which you had in data sciences, statistics and probability, those are also sort of I'm good at all of those. I like doing probability and statistics. So that's how I ended with my choice of coming in this data science field.
yeah. And this was is in front of us. The way you have been doing in data science, yeah, it's quite it's quite impressive. So,
Thank you.
for learning data science, did you follow any particular course, or you just adopted the self learning for from books, or do you want to share your learning resources for data science field?
Yeah, sure. I had taken in one of the courses. Actually, won't take the name of that course because I don't know currently is that pursuing like is that company currently taking that course or not. But I can tell you the name of the company. That is One Fourth Labs. It was a startup by some of the IIT professors, and from there I did took in the course. I'm not sure whether that course is currently running or not because I'm not able to see that course anywhere in the website or in the market, but yeah, it was by One Fourth Labs. So it was a 6 month long course into which I got to learn about the Python, your SQL, machine learning, statistics, probability, everything I learned in that particular course. But like always, it is a saying now that while learning, you have to practice a lot. So that I used to do once I started learning. I learned in a 2 hours for a day. But my practice was about 4 hours. So just double of that same time I was learning. So that's what I will even suggest all of my audience over here today. But guys, whenever you are learning something, make sure that you're practicing that from the double amount of time because learning is a continuous process. You'll keep on learning. And if you'll not practice, you'll keep on forgetting up the things because it's a very vast field. So try to make sure that whenever you're learning something, after that you are practicing that at the same time. So that's what I did. And when this course was going on, at the same time, I like referred some online websites if I wanted to search something, if I, any books online. So they were not specific anything, but yeah, it was randomly the websites and the books I was referring. But yeah, that course was the one which initially like based up all of my things over here.
Okay, okay, that's good. So basically, if someone is learning for looking for learning data science, so what piece of advice you want to give? Like as we have mentioned, the step by step you are going to tell our students that you will be explaining step by step to learn data science. So what's your point of view on this? Like if the
Okay.
resources roadmap? Yeah,
Okay, so I'll share in the roadmap with you all right away here, like what's the roadmap for learning data science. So I just want to share in my screen and show in a
Yeah,
slide.
sure.
It will might be like more feasible for everyone also. So just a second. Okay, so if you can please give me a confirmation, is my screen visible?
Yeah, yeah, it's clearly visible.
Perfect. So I'll
Okay.
just increase in this one. Perfect. So here I'm going to start discussing in with you all, everyone over here, that what is the roadmap for learning your Python programs or your data science over here. So see, data science is one of a very vast field, right? Under data science, you have many subcategories also that coming. Fine. So first I'll tell you about the data science, the complete map, and then I'll tell you about the subcategories also which we have under this. If we start, the very first thing is your programming. So you have to be very starting. You have to start with your Python programming. For data science, there are two languages. One is Python, other is R. But for the 10 or 20 years, R is not gonna come up into the role. So I say you can learn about Python currently. You can start out with the Python programming language. When you are done with the Python programming language, will take somewhat 1 month. If you are learning and practicing on a daily basis, it will take 1 to 1.5 months for you to learn the Python programming, which is needed in data science. If I talk about the next procedure, that will be your database. Database stands for your structured query language, SQL. So that is a respective language that you need to like learning for extracting of the data. As I was talking about now, that into a database data is saved. Now from that data you need to take out some insights. So with the help of SQLs you do up those particular things. Again, it will take you somewhat, if you're learning on a proper manner, proper concentration, it will take you around 15-20 days to learn the structured query language perfectly. After databases, you have mathematics. So if we're talking about the mathematics for data science, there are two things specifically which are used: statistics and probability. These two are the very important things and the only important things in the mathematical stuff of your this particular data science. So always make sure that whenever you're learning mathematics, focus over your statistics and the probability stuff. Then comes in up your version control. It is all about some of the libraries which you have up in the data science that are only there in the version control. If you want, you can skip this part because it's not very mandatory for you to learn that how. Coming over next, data science basics. So data science basics will cover up your libraries, like your NumPy, your Pandas, your Seaborn, Matplotlib. So yeah, these libraries are being covered up over here. It will cover your data visualization. Data visualization means when you were younger, maybe in your 6, 7, you might have made that bar charts, pie charts,
Yeah.
those graphs, right? So that is what is your data visualization. With the help of coding, we try to make in all of those particular graphs over there. So yeah, those all come under your database science basics. Next, whenever you are on going for data scientist or data science role, your machine learning is very important. The reason is that you try to making up some models over your machine learning. You try to make it some models at your end so that you can give in any type of data to that model, and that model will give you the resultant output. So as to reduce our work also, we try to build in up those models. So that comes up into your machine learning. So in the machine learning, you have algorithms, you have different models, which you learn in all over there. So after machine learning, you have time series. Time series is nothing very much special. It's just that whenever you are dealing with the time data means in your data, whenever you're having time or date or some years like that. So that is a special kind of data. A special method is used to deal with that. So it's all about that same thing. Next is your neural networks, deep learning, and natural language processing. These are the other technologies. I say you will require small or little knowledge of this, not very detailed. like how you can train in a model so that it can think like humans, right? How the neurons work in. So yeah, that is what these three things are consisting. A little knowledge is gonna help you out, but in the data science, the main things which will help you out is your programming, your database, your mathematics, and your machine learning. Always focus on these four very sincerely and in a very concentration, because these four will be the most as into your interviews also. So yeah, that is what is your roadmap for learning the data science. We can like take the screenshot of this or write it somewhere. You can just follow up this particular map for learning all the steps of your data science.
Okay, that's I think that's going to be very efficient and complete roadmap for the learners. And I have a question, Samvi. Like as you mentioned about the databases, like there are two databases available, MySQL and NoSQL. So which one you would like to prefer? Like you want to suggest us, like which ones we should adopt?
Okay, so my SQL is always used in your data science. No SQL is not ever used in over there, because
Okay.
in your mind, like the data which you're having, that is stored into your data warehouses. Now, from that data warehouses, you need to extract in the information, and that extraction you do it with the MySQL only.
Okay, okay. And the next part, the mathematics. It's been a hectic from the starting. So, what resources that you followed, or some any channel or some website that you followed for the mathematics part? Like statistics part has also been there, right? So, how
Right.
did you manage? Yeah, how did you manage to that one? Like, how did you cover that?
Okay, so the statistics part, I actually there is some books. If you have like heard the author O'Reilly, so O'Reilly
Okay,
is one of the best authors which is into this particular of the data science field. That person has been a lot of books over data science, Python, these stuff. So you can refer that book also. I referred in some of the stuff from that particular book. And actually, I was having up a very different way of learning. I didn't used to learn from one particular website. Once I tried to search in upon that, okay, what are the different topics, all the topics which you have up in the mathematics and the statistics for data science, I used to randomly search that topic onto the Google. And then I need to use two, three different websites for collecting all the information, writing down the notes, gathering all of those. So that's how I have learned in the like statistics which we have up in the data science.
okay, okay. And okay, so it's all about the mathematics part. So when we move to machine learning, so what's your point of view? Like machine learning is a vast subject in itself. Okay, so how will you advise to learn someone to like master a subject like machine learning?
Okay, so my advice will be that first of all, it's obviously and it's gonna happen in with you that if you're starting your machine learning, it might happen. At first, and you'll say that nothing is going into my mind; it's completely going
Yeah.
outside. I'm not able to understand anything. Or you might say that only 20% is everything is being confused. So these are some of the like starting things which happen in that year. Even when I started learning, I was also the same. The things were not clear to me, but you need to watch in the videos two, three times. I recommend you that okay, once you have watched out any video for machine learning for let's say half an hour, like you got to understand say 20% from that. Rewatch that video. Again, you will get to learn more, 30%. Then again, rewatch the video. You'll get to learn 40% from that particular. And it will make you 90% of that particular video all clear. So you will need to rewatch the videos at one time in the starting. You will not be able to understand the concepts. And if you will understand, when you'll watch two, three, four more videos of that machine learning, you'll get confused and you will just like stick and take your head here and you'll say, I'm not getting this. So yeah, give some time to this, have some patience, and even rewatch the videos continuously and try to revise the notes also whatsoever you have made onto a particular interval of time.
Okay, okay. And one of the most famous website is there, Kaggle. Kaggle.
Yes, Kaggle.
Yeah. So, like, how did you, how did you give advice, like, to practice sets from there, like, from the that website? Like, there are lots of data sets available. So, how to choose, that require that specific data set from that over that website for the data science?
Okay, so
Yeah,
whenever you are preferring anything from that particular Kaggle website, so there is a filter for the beginner, intermediate, and
yeah,
advanced level data sets, right? So if you have recently started data science, I prefer you that you can go over the beginners portion and say you can just sort it with the most popularity, like the most popular data sets. You can sort it according to the most easy one, and you can
yeah,
prefer those respective data sets and the very initial level. So there are some like tips data set and yeah, some of those like penguins data set, it is data set. Some are very basic data sets you can prefer. Again, next, when you are a little experienced onto the data science analyst house, when you had started applying the models, you can go for the intermediate data sets. Again, there you can try to choose in the data sets, and I recommend you one thing. If
okay,
you're choosing any data set, so try to choose up a data set into which already there are many notebooks which people might have written in. Because
okay,
at some time, if you is stuck in, there is a place from where you can try to figure in out that what next is to be done. Because you are at a very initial level. You will take in 1 year or 1.5 years to make your own notebooks. Right. So initial
yeah,
level stage, you will be having a idea in your mind that okay, there is some place where I can go and check out that how this complete analysis has to be done. So I prefer try to take those data sets into which you are having some of the people who have already made in the notebooks. So yeah, that will be my recommendation over the Kaggle. But yeah, practice over Kaggle. It's the best thing which you can have in for the data science field.
okay, okay. So that's all about the practicing, the roadmap, and the resources. Okay, so if like, let's talk about projects. If someone is trying to build projects in its learning phase, like if someone is learning data science from 1 or 2 months, and he or she is trying to build projects, type of initial project you should recommend them, like for initial phase?
Okay, and again at the initial phase, I'll recommend you simple projects. Like please, in the starting, what happens now? Actually, I've seen many people that they try to take in hard levels, right? Hard of my questions. So hard sort of the I would say the data sets and the things. So at
Yeah,
the end, they are not able to do that analysis and they get demotivated actually. So at the very initial level, if you go over the official website of Seaborn or Matplotlib now, so they already have some inbuilt data sets. Those are very simple data sets, not very long. Those are very simple. So you can first of all go ahead and check out those data sets and you can start like working onto that data sets, start applying some EDA, start applying some, I would say some analysis things, some libraries. So that is what at the initial level you can do. So you will have some, I guess some 10, 15 data sets are over there. You can analyze all of
okay.
those 10, 15. So those projects also you will have and you will also get a good hands-on also. Then you can go further with the more advanced onto the Kaggle and those data sets.
Okay, so I think it's a good approach. It will be a good approach for those who are preparing for the projects. Okay, so I think we have covered I think almost all the things, all the roadmap. And the last but not the least, a single piece of advice from your side to those data science learners, like those who have been
Mhm.
struggling into the data science field. Any piece of advice? Yeah,
Okay, so my piece of advice to all the budding data scientists will be that, guys, data science is one of the fields which really requires a lots of practice. So
yeah.
I can assure you might not have any of the glitch in your learning. You are learning very hard the things. Absolutely, that's very good. But at the same time, you need a very hard practice also. So try to take in the revision of the notes of the topics which you have studied previously. Try to build in different projects. Try to take any random data set on your weekends and analyze that random data set. Right, so this will be a sort of practice which you will be putting in. If you're learning 1 hour a day, do double means 3 hours of a day in a practice. Like you need to do that practice. It will be absolutely good, and you'll be very good prepared in the next 6 to 8 months. And hope to see you in a good MNC with a data scientist role.
Okay, okay. So, okay, that's all from my side. I think Rishabh was having some doubt. Rishabh, you may open your mic, please.
Yeah, hi. Hi,
Yeah,
everyone.
hi.
Thank you for giving me a chance to have my queries on the panel. And so, first of all, many congratulations from me for this valuable, the insights from your end onto the data science.
Yeah,
As a query, the first query that I was getting in my mind, what data scientists basically do, they always have come up with the opinion that what data says. They don't have their own personal opinion. Okay, so considering me as a sample example, if I take a sample of 100 students as of freshers, or the 100 learners in the present engineering world, I can guarantee that more than 90 peoples over that sample will be doing DSA for their job, their placements and all. And 10 persons are there who is like going with what they are basically interested. Okay. So as the perspective of data scientists, the data shows that 90% people are going towards data structures and algorithm. Then why you choose away from what data is saying, you choose data scientist as your professional career?
Okay. See, because I would say that many times, let's say you are working in any particular organization where 100 students are there, 90 of those have chosen DSA, but there are less 10% also, right? They might have chosen in some other different fields. Here we are having a very small number of 100 students, but in real, when a data scientist works, you have crores of data which you are having, like you have crores of members at your end. Now, when you need to figure it out that what is the majority where it is going. Is it really going over the DAC, the majority, or your DAC is going over the system design? It will be hard for us to stay in like either that, okay, we have the DAC or we have the system design. So that's where a data scientist comes up into the role. That is where we are needed in actually for analyzing that data, figuring it out, and further doing a list of our things.
Great, yeah. I think that's the most innovative answer we have, and we have the real engineer with us. Because in general sense, people generally follow the crowd, and you did something which exactly not data is saying. You are just following what you are interested in. The second question is that I had heard a lot of news about you that at this young age you are earning more than 30, 35 LPA at this age over many social platforms. So there's a two questions that are simultaneous with that. How's your family's opinion on this? Being such a young lady in the house and earning more than 30 LPA at this age, and how exactly you feel at this level?
Talking about my family, yeah, that's very genuine and very that's very obvious. They are very happy because if you have heard my story either in Josh Talks or any other channel, so you might have figured it out that I was a student who was introvert, who was very shy, who didn't used to speak in. I even failed in my class seventh also. I didn't crack the IBJ or any of those exams. So yeah, obviously they were a little worried about me. What is she do? And our little worries obviously are gonna come in the family because those are my family members. But yeah, now they are so okay. That okay, she's doing something. She can like do further some more things as well good in her life, and she has to move more and more further in the future also. And talking about my own self, yeah, I am quite happy with what I am doing currently, but there's a lot more which I'm even looking to do further in the future. There are some more things which are going on in my mind and the things, so yeah, that's what all is like over here.
Yeah, that's I can't imagine that position because I'm not having that right now, but I'm hoping to have in the future soon. And the
Obviously,
last
you'll have
question,
it someday.
thank you. And the last question from my end, I'm just taking another second from your end. If considering the freshers who is listening you right at this moment or going to listen in the future too, what will you suggest as a personal note to them? Like how much time is needed for starting this data science world, and what should they prefer? Should they prefer what they have interest in or the future is going in, or you just like wanted to have those people in the way where they can secure their professional life first, and after that they can go into the interest world?
Okay, so my advice on the first thing will be like you can like start if you want to start in your data science journey, you can start it right away, right today. It will take you somewhat 6 or 8 months to completely go into this data analyst or the data science field with all of the stuff if you are very punctual in learning all the things. And I'd always suggest pursue your interest because see, right now everything is going online. There are lots of edtechs, right? There are lots of companies, and even everything is slowly and gradually converting online. So see, if there is an edtech, there is a need of instructors, there is a need of a web developer, there is a need of software engineers, there is a need of cyber security, a person who is a cyber security, and there is a need of a data scientist, there is a need of an ML engineer also, there is a need of a DevOps person. Everywhere, in every company, in every edtech, there is a need of a person and all the fields which currently are existing in the market. So whatever interest you are having, go ahead with that. That field is in the market. Just that you have to choose in the right position and the right time to get into that one.
Yeah, thank you for motivating me, and I hope many are getting motivated from this thing. Since your age is the biggest motivation for all of us. So thank you for answering me, Samvi. Thank you for
Thank
giving me
you.
time.
Thanks a lot. Thanks a lot.
Thank you, Rishabh.
Okay, so I think until he get his issues complete, I got a chance to raise another questions again. I must ask
Yeah,
this.
please.
So, Samir, what's the feeling you are getting in your campus? Like, are you guiding many juniors over in your campus? Because since you are still a junior for most of the people, okay, and you are like classmates, class fellows to most of the people. So, what's their opinion? Is they are looking to learn a lot of new things from your end?
Yes, obvious. That's very true that people over there in my campus, they are coming to me. They are coming there, meeting me over there, and they are trying to seek in advices from me how they can further pursue their career, either in the YouTube or in the field of data science. Some are looking over that how to like work over LinkedIn. Also, some people are referring to those also. So yeah, it's like people are the juniors which I have in over there. They're coming, they're seeking advice, and I'm really happy to like give them advice because I'm really really happy that okay, I'm at this stage. I can like give some advice to some other people also, so that they can do very good in their future and in their career also. And the same thing goes with my classmates as well. They're also seeking some advice, some guidance, some knowledge. So yeah, that's all
True, true,
continuing.
true. Absolutely true. As few queries I'm getting in my personal window, so I want to just raise one question from that end. So, like the common question is like many people was asking, have you anyone in your home or in your relatives who is elder than you and having their career in data science already? Is that motivates you to come in the data science?
No. Actually, in my family, I have a younger brother, not an elder one. My parents are in the business field, and my brother is also in the opposite field of me. So yeah, I don't think so that there is anyone into my particular field who is into this data scientist or any of those. I very far, but I don't recall.
Okay, that's great. So, Kuwait, now you can take over that.
Yeah, am I audible?
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah. So, any other question, Rishabh? We have been left with.
Literally, if this live session allows me, I can go till night. I've,
Yeah,
I've already framed in my mind that I'm going to learn data science from this lady. That's
yeah.
100% true.
But sorry to disappoint you. We have a time limit. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. Okay. So, any other question, Rishabh?
No, man.
Okay. So, okay, I think we have discussed on all the aspects of the data science, the resources and the roadmaps. Okay, so yeah, any other question from your side, like Deepak, Mother? Any questions? Okay, so I think we can wrap up the session. And thank you, Samvi, for joining with us and sharing your journey. Hopefully, it will inspire a lot of people. Trust me. And what you are doing at this is going to be is really inspire a lot of people who are going through this live session. So yeah, thank you for being with us here.
Thanks a lot, guys. Thank you, Kuvar Vidya, and thank you, Rishabh, for inviting me over here. I enjoyed a lot in this live stream, and yeah, I hope that many will learn something from the journey and start their data science field, data science career, and everything. So yeah, thank you. Thanks a lot, everyone over here.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So I'm not going to thank because thank is a very little word if I have to say. But yeah, one thing I again gonna ask you, if you can manage some time for the juniors, whosoever is present on the platform of Engineer Hub wanted to learn data science, would definitely and love to have you, your guidance, your experience with us. Okay.
Sure, anytime you say.
Okay, then thank you so much for your lovely and important time you had given for us. Thank you
Thank
so
Thank
much.
you.
you.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Bye bye. Bye guys.